Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to your weekly announcements with Miss Afe as a tree. I'm sure this is probably what you expected from me today, but this is my entry into the ugly Christmas sweater competition, and you have until today to submit to me your submissions for the ugly Christmas sweater competition. So send me an email to asafe@kearneyschools.com until 2 p.m. today. I cannot wait to see your entries. And don't forget to put what category that you would like to enter in the contest. On to announcements, right? Can you believe that this is your last weekly announcements for this year, for the year 2020? I believe this is episode 23 or 24 of what's happening at Washington School. And let me tell you, go dig in the archives. Episode 1's pretty rough. And I think it's kind of evolved since then. So I am super proud of the production that has happened since then. I mean, at the end of the day, I would trade it all to just come back to actual school. But hopefully these announcements have brought you some joy for the year 2020. I will tell you wholeheartedly that I adore getting submissions from you guys. I love knowing what's going on in your classrooms. I love when you shout out your friends or your siblings or your teachers, or teachers shouting out other teachers. That has been my pick-me-up every week as I've been reading the submissions. So this week, it's appropriate enough that it's our last episode because I believe it's going to be an actual super long episode because we've gotten so many submissions this week. So before we get into all of that, I do want to remind you all that next Wednesday on the 23rd is Pajama Day, and that is our last day of 2020. It will be a live virtual day, so rock out your pajamas on that day, and please send me your pajama pictures to safe@kearneyschools.com so I can add it to our Instagram, which is at Washington School NJ if you don't follow us. So we're gonna get to spinner winners now. I did not forget the winners from last week. Again, just to remind you all that currently we're not able to have parents or students come and pick up the prizes. I have the ones saved from those that chose theirs from 2 weeks ago. If you did not choose yet, I did email you again yesterday to pick your prizes. There's a couple people who didn't choose yet. So let's get to the spins. Take it away, Miss A. Hi friends, welcome to this edition of Spinner Winner. We're going to start with pre-K. Here are our entries, and let's see who our first winner is. And it is Alexander. Congratulations. Now let's see who our winner in kindergarten is. Holy rigatoni, look at all those entries. Let's see who our kindergarten winner will be. All those names are making me dizzy. And our kindergarten winner is Lucian. Congratulations. Let's see who our first grade winner is. Lots of entries in first grade too. Let's see who it'll be. And it is Kayla from room 101. Congratulations. Let's do second grade now. Lots of entries in second grade too. Who will our lucky winner be? Let's find out. And it is Henry. Congratulations, Henry. Let's see who our third grade winner is. Lots of entries in third grade. That wheel just makes me so dizzy with all those names. Who will it be? And it is Juan. Congratulations. Let's see who our fourth grade winner is. And it is Gabriela Martinez from room 308. Congratulations. Now let's do fifth grade. Let's see who our fifth grade winner will be. And it is, that's a close one. My goodness, it was so close, but it goes to Mia. Congratulations. And last, but certainly not least, as our sixth graders, let's see who our winner will be. And it is Cairo. Congratulations, Cairo. Wonderful job. Congratulations to our spinner winners. I'm so proud of you guys. And don't forget, you cannot come in to pick up your prizes yet, but I will have them safely stowed away for you for when you're able to come and get them. Now, on to some birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Don't forget that you can email me or direct message the Instagram if you would like an Instagram story feature for your birthday. I've been getting a lot of them lately, and they're all saved as a memory on our Instagram. So thank you to those who've sent them. On to our birthdays. On December 14th, Paul Oshiro from 3rd grade celebrated a birthday. On December 15th, Jaziel Rodriguez from 1st grade celebrated a birthday. On December 16th, Emily Orr from 6th grade, as well as Teo Ruiz and Eloisa from 2nd grade celebrated a birthday. On December 17th, Maximiliano from 1st grade celebrated a birthday. On December 18th, Edison Farrell from Miss Luga's class, as well as Leah McDonald from 6th grade celebrated birthdays. On December 19th, Jose Quiroga Vilches from 4th grade from room 308 will be celebrating a birthday. On December 20th, Dana Feliz Rodriguez from 5th grade from room 310 will be celebrating a birthday, as well as Santiago Rojas in 2nd grade. On December 21st, Joseph Carson from 1st grade will be celebrating a birthday, as well as Angelo Fernandez from 2nd grade. On December 22nd, Adriana Campos Mercado from 3rd grade and Leandro Perez Lopez is celebrating a birthday from 4th grade. On December 23rd, Nylisa Russell from 4th grade is celebrating a birthday. On December 24th, Guilherme Andrade de Asunacao from kindergarten from Ms. Bellinger's class is celebrating a birthday, as well as Kevin Rios Panta. On December 25th, Emily Lopez from 2nd grade, as well as Adam Ochiba from pre-K is celebrating a birthday. On December 27th, Ted Francisco from 3rd grade, Logan McDonald from 4th grade, and Isabella Mejia from 6th grade from Mr. Mazel's class is celebrating a birthday. On December 28th, Emma Fernandez Ochoa from 5th grade, as well as Luis Sanchez Perez from 1st grade is celebrating a birthday. On December 29th, Aridia Santos Luciano from 6th grade will be celebrating a birthday. On December 30th, Ava Beatty from 4th grade and Jordan Chapello from pre-K are celebrating birthdays. On December 31st, our very own fantastic Mr. Post will be celebrating a birthday for New Year's Eve. On January 1st, Natalie Juarez from 3rd grade, Ariana Valdez Medina from 2nd grade, and Kristen Valladolid from kindergarten, as well as our marvelous Mr. Mazel will be celebrating birthdays on the new year. On January 2nd, Makayan NG from 1st grade is celebrating a birthday. January 3rd, Emily Govin from 4th grade, Juliana Gennaro from 4th grade, Adriana Loiza Cuenca, and Arthur Souza from 6th grade are all celebrating birthdays. And I hope you had and will have lots of delicious cake, some pies, some cupcakes, some cookies, all of the stuff. That would be great. On to some grade level news and some grade level shout outs. From pre-K, Pietra wanted to shout out her sister Deborah in pre-K. She said she is the best little sister ever. Pietra also sees that Deborah is doing a great job with her virtual class and wants to commend her for that. Thank you so much for the sibling love. You know I love that. Mrs. Smith wanted to shout out Mia. Mia is such a hard worker and dedicated student. She is doing a wonderful job this week telling us all about her favorite book entitled Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Do you guys remember that book? Because I sure do. She identified the title of the story, pointed to the location of the author and illustrator's name, and compared the front of the book to the back of the book. Afterwards, she used her Play-Doh to develop her fine motor skills by creating some of the coconuts and the letters that are found in the book. Mrs. Lucia and Mrs. Smith are so proud of Mia's hard work. Way to go, Mia. That is amazing. And I hope you enjoyed Chicka Chicka Boom Boom as much as I did. Mr. Silva wanted to shout out Alaya Alexander, Angel, Camilla, Ilian, Elizabeth, Enzo, Isaac, Liam, Liana, Luisa, Raphael, and Viviana. Their class has read over 150 books on Epic. And you know what we all like to say? That's pretty epic. Way to go, guys. Also, they are working hard to get to 200 books and getting more badges for their Read-A-Pillar. Mrs. Silva is so proud of them. Keep up the great work and keep reading. On to some first grade news. Mrs. Hornon wanted to shout out her class. Yusuf, Makayan, Miriam, Amir, Jose, Max, and Mason. They are working so hard during virtual learning and completing all of their assignments. She is so proud of them. Keep up the great work. I love that. You guys are doing awesome. Way to go, Miss Hornung's class. Mrs. Hogan wanted to shout out her class. She says that she is so proud of her class for completing their assignments and reading 325 books on Epic. And that is pretty epic. Way to go, guys. Keep up your hard work. She is so proud of you, and so am I. Now on to some second grade news. Julius de Oliveira wanted to shout out his friend Santiago in Mrs. Peso's class. Julius wants to shout out Santiago for being a good friend, and also he helped him find his pencil case at daycare, so he's thankful for that. Thank you for your submission, Julius. So Danya in Miss Donovan's class wanted to shout out her friend Avril. Danya says that Avril is such a good friend, and she loves that, and she loves her. Thank you so much, Danya, for spreading the love. It makes me so happy. Also, we have this special video from Miss Weiss's second graders. Take it away, Miss Weiss's class.
Hello, Washington School. Miss Weiss here with her class, ready to wish you all a happy holiday and show you something that we've been learning.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. In a one-horse open sleigh. In a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
All right, everyone, ready to wish everyone happy holidays? Happy holidays, Washington School.
Isn't that video awesome? Thank you so much, Miss Weiss and your students, for sharing that. You guys did a wonderful job. On to some third grade news. Emily Segarra Lore wanted to shout out her classmate, Evan Rebella da Silva, both in Mrs. O'Grady's class. Emily wanted to shout out Evan for being so helpful, even last year when they were in second grade together. Thank you so much, Emily, for spreading the love to Evan. That is so wonderful. Thank you. On to some fourth grade news, and we have a lot. Diana Matos wanted to shout out her sister Danara in fourth grade. Diana says that Danara has been working really hard during the pandemic and has not given up. Miss Sansone wanted to shout out her homeroom for being so kind and encouraging to one another. They're always cheering each other on, congratulating one another, and it's so nice to see them celebrating each other's accomplishments. No matter how small, keep it up. That is so fantastic. Thank you so much, Miss Sansone, for sharing that. And I love that you guys are celebrating each other's small and big wins. Ava Beatty wanted to shout out Maria Laura de la Rosa. Ava wanted to shout out Maria because she is so good at math and she's been getting great grades. Ava also wanted to shout her out for being so kind and nice. Thank you, Ava, for taking the time to notice Maria's hard work. That is wonderful, and you're such a great friend. Emily Govin wanted to shout out Audrey Braddow from Miss Ricka's class. Emily said that Audrey helped her learn how to email everyone at once for something important that she had to do. So thank you very much. And thank you, Emily, for shouting out Audrey. And thank you, Audrey, for helping. That's wonderful. I love that you guys are helping each other out. Mrs. Ricka wanted to shout her homeroom. She says that her students have been working really hard during virtual learning and that she's so proud of all they have accomplished. Mrs. Ricka also wanted to shout out Maria Jose Laura de la Rosa. She says that Maria has been doing an amazing job with virtual learning. Even when things are tough, she never gives up. Wow, Maria, 2 shout outs in 1 episode. That's fantastic. I am so proud of you. And finally, Mrs. Molina wanted to shout out her class. She said that each live day this week that they had 100% attendance, and there was a great effort from all of them. Keep up the great work. I'm so happy to hear that. That is fantastic news. On to some 5th grade news. Mrs. Lavelle Maisel wanted to shout out Dana Feliz Rodriguez and Mia Marino. She says that both girls always have their cameras on without her asking, and she appreciates that so much. They also have great feedback when they are talking about stories and articles, and it makes Mrs. Lavelle happy to see their enthusiasm. Thank you so much, Miss Lavelle, for sharing that awesome news, and she has some more awesome news. She also wanted to shout out Diana Matos. Diana's latest writing piece showed so much effort and skill. It can be hard to write and be inspired virtually. So great job, Diana. Thank you so much, Miss Lavelle, and wonderful job to you, Diana. And finally, Mrs. Lavelle wanted to shout out Isaac Coimbra. Isaac always participates when she needs someone to. And recently, he was in Brazil for an extended trip and attended every day on time, and he was prepared with all of his things. Great job, Isaac. That is so commendable. That is super duper hard to do. And I'm so happy that you took the time, even when you weren't in New Jersey, to log on to your classes. So you hear that, guys? No excuses. Here's another bit of 5th grade news that I got from Miss Lavelle. To conclude their study of Native American cultures, Miss Lavelle's class completed a directed draw of Kachina. A Kachina is an ancestral spirit in the Native Pueblo culture. Thank you so much, Miss Lavelle, for sharing that. And here are some of the photos from that project. So much, Miss Lavelle, for sharing that about your class, and thank you so much for sharing their directed drawings for all of us to enjoy. Finally, I want to shout out Mr. Postal's class for being one of the 3 top classes in our district to win the Achieve 3000 contest. I'm so proud of you guys. Way to go. On to some 6th grade news. Mayar wanted to shout out her sister, Samia Almeida. Mayar said that Samia helps her with everything. Mayar loves her with all of her heart. Thank you for being the best sister she could ever ask for. Miss Hill wants to shout out Ava Venable Shapiro. Miss Hill wants to start giving a weekly shout out to the top math students who go above and beyond when it comes to participation in math class. Miss Hill has several kids who try very hard and show leadership in group and constantly have their hands up during their virtual lessons. She appreciates them so very much. The very first shout out that she wants to make goes out to Ava Venable Shapiro for her outstanding effort that she puts in every day. Great job, Ava. Thank you. Now on to some staff shout outs. Bauer wants to shout out Mrs. O'Grady and Mrs. Barbosa for trying to help this Luddite, which, by the way, guys, I looked up how to say and what is a Luddite, so I learned something in this episode. And a Luddite is, definition, a person opposed to new technology or ways of working. So that they're teaching him to welcome him into the 21st century. So thank you so much to you ladies for welcoming that Luddite in there. And thank you for teaching me a new word, Mr. Bauer. Sophia Delgado wants to shout out Mrs. O'Grady because she thinks she is the best teacher in the world. She is kind and she helps her students, and Sophia thinks she is the best. Sophia also wants to shout out Mrs. Donovan. She thinks that Miss Donovan is the most awesome teacher in the world. She is kind and she speaks a little bit of Spanish for the kids that speak Spanish so they can understand. She loves Miss Donovan and she misses her a lot. So thank you so much, Sophia, for shouting out Mrs. O'Grady and Miss Donovan. Julius de Oliveira wanted to shout out Mrs. Peso. Julius says that Miss Peso's class is so fun. She helps him learn new things and stuff that's hard. He loves Mrs. Peso and he feels lucky that she's his teacher. So Maisel wanted to shout out Mrs. Gonzalez and Mrs. Blevins. She says that they are so patient with her every week when Mrs. Lavelle forgets or messes up her attendance. Miss Lavelle says that they are so helpful and responsive whenever we need anything, and she appreciates them both. And Miss Lavelle Maisel is totally on the mark. Mrs. Gonzalez and Mrs. Blevins are fantastic, fabulous, and what I like to always say, they are our wonder duo. So thank you so much, ladies, for all that you do and how quickly you help us out. Mayar Almeida wanted to shout out Mrs. Sertzvik, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Mayar says, thank you so much for covering for Mrs. Merigliani, Miss Sertzvik. You are always trying your best, and she loves that. Thank you for making every day fun. And Mayara also wanted to shout me out, which I really appreciate that. And she says that I'm the best, and I always bring a smile to her face, that she loves me, and so does Washington School. Why? Thank you, Mayar. I love you too. You always bring a smile to my face. Miss Hill wanted to shout Mr. Lasquinos. She wants to thank Mr. Lasquinos for all the help he has dedicated to our 6th grade math class. He attends hour-long help periods with Miss Hill to assist with large group of kids. He also helps the students to solve ST math puzzles when they are stuck. Miss Hill feels very lucky to have him. Let's keep this love train going. Emily Govan wanted to shout Miss Sansone. She wants to thank her for being the best. Emily says that Miss Sansone's class always has fun things to do and she's thankful for that. Emily also wanted to shout Mr. Cord. She says even though we're in virtual school, he tries to make us feel like we're a team and tries to be friends with our groups. Emily wanted to thank him for helping during this hard time and hopes that he is safe at home with his family. Thank you, Emily, for spreading the love. Alana from kindergarten would like to give a shout out to Miss Balthazar for helping her learn to read before 2020 is over. She is so happy that she can now read her books on her own. Mrs. Molina wanted to shout out Mrs. Ruthman, Mrs. Hornung, and the 4th grade team. She wanted to thank them for being so supportive and dealing with her endless questions during her return. So thank you so much, guys, for welcoming Mrs. Molina back and helping her out. Teamwork makes the dream work. Miss Marilla wanted to shout out Mrs. Bellinger. Mrs. Bellinger is doing an amazing job with her kindergarten students. Miss Marilla is so lucky to spend her time with her and her students each live day. Mrs. Bellinger and her students should be super proud of themselves for the great job they are doing during remote learning. And finally, our last staff shout out is from Mrs. Smith, and she wanted to shout out Mrs. Lucia, Mrs. De Silva, and Mrs. Stahl. The students absolutely have so much fun learning with Mrs. Lucia. You should see the smiles on the students' faces when they see Mrs. Lucia. Mrs. Lucia works incredibly hard during each class, and she often comes up with good ideas and suggestions to help strengthen the learning activities. Mrs. Smith truly enjoys working with Mrs. Lucia. Also, it's great to work with Mrs. Silva and Mrs. Stahl because they are collaborating so nicely together and share ideas to make the tree study so much more meaningful. We made it to the end, my friends. It is Friday funny time, and boy, do we have a lot of jokes. Take it away.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the week.
Before I start off with the Friday funnies, I have one that's personally from Mrs. O'Grady, so I'm gonna let her take this joke away.
Sorry to interrupt your regularly scheduled program. Grinchella here. Grinch's less rotten, more sophisticated sister. What was I here? Oh, it snowed. It snowed a lot. Oh, my eye is a bit wonky. Let's check in with our very special weather correspondent, Mrs. O'Grady, who's live on scene. Take it away, Mrs. O. Oh, I gotta get that checked out. Thank you, Grinchella. Miss O'Grady here, reporting live from this beautiful snowy day. We got about 6 inches of snow, and it's 32 degrees, and the wind's in from the North Pole. I don't know. I don't do this for a living. And now for your Friday funny. Who is Frosty's favorite ant? Well, Antarctica, of course. Back to you, Grinchella. How does she get the dust job and I'm out here freezing?
Thank you so much, Mrs. O'Grady. You crack me up. Here's our next one. Juliana from Miss Sansone's class Friday funny is, why was the bat kicked out of the cave? Because he had a bat attitude. Get out of here, bat. The next one comes from Nada from Miss Sansone's class, and her Friday funny is, on what day of the week do chickens hide? On Friday. I don't know what that meant. Like a frying pan. Okay. The next one comes from Julius from Mrs. Peso's class, and his Friday funny is, why was Santa afraid of the chimney? Because he was claustrophobic. Santa Claus. The next one comes from Maya from room 301, and her Friday funny is, why did the music teacher go on the ladder? To reach the high notes. I'm sorry, I should have let Mr. Brzezinski do that one. The next one comes from Miss Hill and her family, specifically her daughter Macy. Thank you, guys. And it's a knock knock joke, which I think I haven't done one of these on announcements. So, knock knock. Who's there? Scold. Scold who? It's cold outside. And it is cold outside because we just had some snow coming down. So, thank you so much, guys, for that joke. It comes from Amelia and Arabella Rosario Gill's mom, and her Friday funny is, why did the cow go moo? Because he went to the movies. Thank you so much. That was a good one. Our next one is also cow related, and it comes from Emily from Miss Sansone's class, and her Friday funny is, what did the cow say to the other cow? Move! It comes from Harold Rosario in 3rd grade, and his Friday funny is, why do elephants not use the computer? Because they're scared of the mouse. I will show you a mouse right now on the computer, but I don't have one. Next one comes from Aya from Mr. Bauer's class, and her Friday funny is, why do the people with mustaches ask the most questions? Because they must ask you a question. Thank you, Aya. Our next one comes from Farzin Qureshi in 5th grade, and his Friday funny is, what do you call a lemon that is sick? Lemonade. Our next one comes from Kiana Orzero, and her Friday funny is, why are worms so easy to get along with? Because they're so down to earth. The next one comes from Mrs. Hornung, and her Friday funny is, what did the doctor give the elf after he hurt his leg? A candy cane. Duh. And last, but certainly not least, comes from Mrs. Smith, and her Friday funny is, what do elves eat for breakfast? Snowflakes. Thank you so much, guys, for everyone that submitted for Friday Funnies, for staff announcements, for student announcements, for anything. They were so appreciated. And that's our last episode, guys, for 2020. Thank you so much for continuing to spread the good news. We need to keep spreading good news. We need to keep spreading joy. We need to keep spreading positivity. We all need that during this time. So please keep sending in the good news. Keep doing good. Keep trying your best. I know some days are hard. They're hard for me too. And I just love each and every one of you. And as always, friends, don't forget that I love you, your teachers love you, and Washington School loves you. And I hope that you have a wonderful holiday and you celebrate. And I hope you all have a happy new year. And I'll see you all in 2021. This looks good. I can't even take myself seriously at this point. Oh, take 55. Hi, Washington School. Happy Friday. Okay. Hi, Washington School. This is not going to work. Okay. Maybe I'll do this. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Hat's falling. I digress. I was doing so well. Things I do for Washington School. You committed to it. You have to keep the tree head on. All right, back to the jokes. We're not going back to any jokes. What do you call what?